Hi everyone, I'm Yulia and I'm really happy and excited to speak here today. Actually, it's pretty weird to talk to your computer, so wish me luck, I will try. And let's dive into the world of data applications and PR in journalism. To begin with, a couple of words about myself. I studied economics and then switched to data science field. So I can say that I have a really pure mathematical or technical background. That's why probably I'm here in this track. I like telling stories based on data and explain complex stuff with simple words. And currently, I'm leading the team of data scientists in the marketing department at SEMrush. I'm not gonna speak about any complex stuff, so just relax and enjoy my presentation. But I will tell you how correlation can help to improve the brand awareness. I will tell why you need data analysis for PR and why useful and successful doesn't always mean complex. And also mention how nice visuals can make a big difference. A bit of explanation. SEMrush is the online visibility platform for digital marketing specialists, which helps to build, manage, and measure the campaigns across different channels. So the tool is data-driven and has a lot of data inside. At some point, our colleagues from PR department realized that information about the words and phrases search popularity, like the number of how many times this or that term was searched online. It doesn't only help our clients to run their campaigns, but also reveals the information about people's interests and sometimes even their hidden desires. Because what do you do when you need information in 2020? You probably Google it. And people tend to lie in surveys. They may lie to their friends and family, but they almost never lie to Google. As an example, I can show you the proof that the interest in becoming a data scientist doubled since 2016, at least based on search data. And also based on search data, logistic regression is the most popular or like at least most searched feature or method, you name it, from sklearn library. So we started to share such data from our tool with journalists to support their ideas with facts and figures. If they use our data, they mention our company in the publications, and pretty often these are the mentions in big media like Business Insider, BBC, New York Times, or even TV channels in different countries all over the world. This helps to grow the brand awareness and interest to our brand with relatively small investments. Now I'll tell you about our simple data cases which were very successful. So if we speak about super duper easy and simple data analysis, once we decided to calculate the correlation between Bitcoin search trend and its price. You can see in the chart that the correlation is pretty high and the chart looks pretty nice. So this fact appeared to be very interesting to journalists, and this led to a publication in Business Insider and a huge number of republications in many other places. Information about search trends also helped us to get to the US television with data about presidential candidates' popularity, as well as the search interest to divorces in Spain helped us to get mentioned on Spanish TV. So, like many other data scientists all over the world, or at least the people who tried to become ones, we analyze Twitter sentiment. Twitter is also a great source of people's reactions and opinions about almost anything in the world. So we can collect the data on any topic and estimate its tone of voice. For example, when a controversial movie about Michael Jackson, Live in Neverland, was released, we collected tweets about it and estimated the sentiment distribution. We got a mention on BBC, and this case also got about 90 other mentions all over the world in just one day. And now another successful case which happened this summer. Together with our Twitter sentiment data on how Italy is perceived abroad, we were mentioned in the interview with the Italian Prime Minister. The Prime Minister himself mentioned this study while speaking in Parliament a bit earlier. It's a great example of how trusted can be the information which is supported with the right data. In the end of 2019, we created a bigger study of such kind. We called it What the World Cared About in 2019. We showed the most searched topics in different categories and also used topic modeling to distinguish the most widely covered news on news websites. This publication was very popular as well, and thanks to nice infographics which was made by our designers, it brought a lot of attention and mentions, especially on social media channels. As well as this kind of entertaining data, we work on bigger studies which are oriented to our current and potential users, digital marketing specialists. These studies are usually published on our blog, but also pitched to media. One of the longest projects we had so far is our voice search study. The goal was to understand how to rank higher in the results which are returned by voice search assistants like Google Home or some others. While it's pretty hard to find this data anywhere, we had to collect everything from scratch. First, we bought the devices. Then we prepared scripts which pronounce the question to the devices and record the answers. We prepared the list of questions with the help of SEMrush tools, and we ran the experiment. We got a data set with questions and answers, and also links and domains mentioned in these answers. We collected some extra information about these domains or rankings from SEMrush, and tried to find the features of the most successful results in voice search. This study was published on our blog and was extremely popular in industry, and it was also presented at the Search Marketing Expo, one of the leading SEO conferences. This case is important because voice search gains popularity each year, and it's very important for any SEO specialist to know how to rank well and how to optimize their websites for this type of search. In crazy coronavirus times, we urgently collected data on the behavior of internet users in March and April, and published a nice blog post about how COVID influences the market, which was really useful for many of our readers, and also gained a lot of mentions in media. I can say that our activity is aimed to support data journalism. We supply journalists with data which can help them to prove their ideas or hypotheses. Thanks to data science hype, more and more data is available to public, and when you search for the information about the latest trends, you can finally rely on some sources which have these trends represented with numbers. Even though the question on whether data journalist has to code or not is very debateful, and actually none of the cases I mentioned above implied really high-level machine learning or development of new algorithms, I still believe that the knowledge of data science, statistics, and maths helps a lot because it gives you more opportunities for analysis and helps you to suggest new methods for that. Moreover, sometimes it's extremely important to understand and explain why some numbers we can use and others are just incorrect. Proper programming skills also help you to do everything faster and collect the data from basically anywhere, from any kind of database, or even scrape some HTMLs. Moreover, after 2 years of our work as a team, we collected a lot of code, and now we carefully maintain our repos, and the code there helps us to make tasks faster and have unified techniques for the tasks of the same type. And I also want to mention here the importance of visuals. Sometimes nice infographics attracts more attention and increase the probability of the data being published, especially it works for social media channels. We work on many different cases at once, so we can't work with designers each time. So we had to make visuals by ourselves. Here you can see the first version of, let's say, our design. And I think you can see that it's not perfect. We are not designers, so it was hard for us to make it look nice from the very beginning. But collaboration with our designers team helped us to create templates, which my team converted to code, and with the help of Python and Plotly library, we can now make such charts as the one you see in the slide in less than 1 minute. Looks much better, right? And for the most entertaining data, for example, the data about memes, we use animated charts. This one is made with the help of a tool called Flourish. Or actually, it was just to show you how many memes I can fit in just one slide. So as a recap, I want to say about the lessons I've learned after 2 years working as a PR data scientist. Visualization can help you to make any number look sexier. This is just a fact. Sometimes the data requests are so broad that you need to ask the right questions to transform it into a more technical task. So learn to ask the right questions. You should understand precisely what types of data you have to be able to react on any request and suggest more ideas. If you still don't, go back to the previous point and ask the right questions to the right people. For successful work, you'll need to collaborate with other teams to get the data or find the information and deliver the proper result. So communication skills are a must. And the last, but I guess it's the most important one, that it's not only a data scientist who works on a PR data case. Only in the collaboration with our PR managers we can create a study which is interesting to the public and reflects all the latest trends. Moreover, teamwork helps you to see something you might miss, so never neglect the teamwork. and work on the better collaboration. And the last thing, I want to mention some links which may be helpful for you if you find all this topic interesting. The first one is our data provider page with some other examples of our studies. There are 2 Telegram channels which I personally follow, and they have a lot of they collect a lot of interesting data publications, mostly from Russian media. There is a master program in data journalism in Higher School of Economics, so maybe if you're looking for the future path, this is it. And the link to also very interesting conference in data journalism. So I guess that's everything I wanted to tell you today. I hope you enjoyed, got entertained, and maybe learned something new. It was a pleasure for me to speak here, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me in any of these channels mentioned on the slide, and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you, enjoy the rest of the day, and see you soon. Bye bye.